Betway's weighted to win goes to turffontein now on this Sunday. We've got a total of 9 races. We're second race preview now. This is Take a Bet, win a number maiden plate, and it's over the 1160 metres. There's a field at this point in time of 16. It'll go to the gate. The 2 reserve runners, 17 and 18. Make a note of that. And the favourite is that horse Precipice, who there was a lot of talk about first time out for Michael de Kock, Darren Burrows. 33-10 favourite. That is the one that the guys have marked up as the horse to beat. 2 Babylon's a second choice at 4-1. And number 1 Edward Rye, I know Tony Peters Stables rated that horse for a while now, is at 5-1. They bet 6-1 and bet to the others. But Precipice better drawn this time up the straight.
Yes, Clyde, and that's why I've opted to tip a winning bet. Not a big bet, but, you know, he was drawn 2 out of 15. There was huge market support. I think double-figure odds right down 7-2, then drifted a bit race time. He's drawn towards the middle outside of the track, and I think he's going to show a lot of improvement having that run under the belt. So Precipice, I think we can have a small bet, hopefully make money for the rest of the day.
Okay, so you're starting with Precipice in the second, Mr. Marie. Can we start the same, or what are you doing?
No, I went a few horses here, Clyde.
Okay, what have you got?
I don't know. My only concern is the distance.
Right.
I think he's definitely going to be looking for further in time to come. Just don't know if it's going to catch him out in his second start. Right. On form, I know Secret Chord is more exposed, but have a look at the comments. A respiratory noise, now the tongue tie goes on. So I think that should assist him. Edward Rye, we all know what happens when they join the Tony Peter yard. There is a possibility that they can improve.
Sure.
And then Babylon's got fair form. I'm not excited about his form lines, but he does get fitted with a set of blinkers, and he's got the draw in his favour. So, yeah, in time to come, I really think that Precipice could be a cut above what he meets here today, but my concern is the distance.
Okay, so worried about the distance with Precipice. Let's have a look at our buy pot. We've got one worked out for you now. We'll put that up on screen. There it is on screen at the moment. Take a time. I'll give you your time now to write all of that up, and let's get our buy pots on. Remember, you need to be on by 25-1. Maiden plate now, and it's over 1,600 metres. Remember, this is Friday. We're doing turffontein Sunday, so make a note of that. And Mike de Kock's 5 Green Ghana, top of the boards at 5-2. Number 4 Ghana is the second choice, and that's priced up at the moment at 7-2. So that's all subject to change. It's still early days. And 9 Viva La Victor is priced up at 5-1. It's a plates accumulator race, and I don't know if it's tricky or if you need to bank. What are you going to do, Mr. Marie? Help us here.
I'm having a bet. Green
Garnet. Are you? Okay, good.
Lovely debut.
Yes.
Then rested. In his comeback run, Clyde, with the first 300 metres, he was pulling terribly. And I expected him to fold in the straight. And if you watch that replay, he was actually making up good ground in the latter stages. So he's damn won twice over a mile. Right?
Right.
His half-brother is by Uncle Mo, a horse called Motown Magic.
Right.
He won over 1,800
also
and 2,400.
Isn't it?
Yeah. I think he's going to love the step-up in trip. I just hope Striker can get him to settle. And more importantly, back then, when he made his comeback run, Mark the Cock stable was dead quiet. Now they're having their winners. So Striker for Mr. de Kock. Let's see how they team up over here. I think he's certainly the right one in the race.
Okay. And it's coming to the stand side track as well now. So that's going to be in its, you would imagine, in Green Garnet's favour. Mr. Burrows, are you also Green Garnet, or you Garnet couple?
I'm quite strong on Green Garnet here. Now, last time out, he did over-race early. I'm hoping that's not the case this time around. You don't want to over-race over a mile because you're not going to find much. But the manner in which he quickened up late suggests he's looking for ground. He was a very expensive purchase as a yearling. And I think a striker is going to get him to settle and breeze on bypass this field. His danger would be Birthright. He's very disappointing after that cracking debut over 1,200 meters behind Jerusalem Rain. He really hasn't done things right in his past few starts. He's been a beaten favorite in his last 3 starts. He could improve. but Green Garnet, my outright first choice.
Okay, thanks for that, Darren. And we'll have a look at selections now in terms of what's coming up. There they are on screen. You can mark it all up. That also gamer came from Weather Wizard. Nothing's run from there yet. And as you heard from Darren Birthright, he's about 5-6 to 1, may well be a danger. But Green Garnet, that's the one to beat. Right, pick six time, race number 4 on the card. Let's have a look at what we want to do over here. Get Darren Burrows on the line. He's worked out a pick six for us, and this is a maiden class field, and it's run over 1,600 metres. The market on Friday had number 1, United We Stand, as the favourite at 2 to 1 for the Paul Matchett stable. Roy Magner's got the 6-1 Religion in here at 3 to 1, and number 2, Pink Diamond, the other Matchett horse, is at 7 to 2. Saw Baron Buertas, Darren, have a winner the other day with one of his horses, of course. That's good to see them come into form. They've got Silver Jubilee here trading at 5 to 1. I guess that may have to go into the play. How many are you going first leg of the pick six?
I'm playing safe here, Clyde, because the horse on form to beat could be United We Stand, but she has had 12 starts in the maiden, so not one to trust. The improver could be One Religion. She came to the course with a big reputation. She was punted off the boards in her first 2 starts. Her comeback run was very average, and I'm just not sure what to expect from her. Lady Chatterley, her debut was good behind Dolcezza. Then she was pulled out of the race over a mile, went back into 13 to 10, and her comeback run was a bit below par, so I don't know what to expect there either. I thought it could get tricky.
Okay, so there'd be quite a few in a race like this. First leg of the pick six. Daryl, how many for you?
I'll tell you something. If you like United We Stand, Clyde, wait until race time. 2 to 1's a pathetic price.
Yeah, way too short. Okay. But it's early, you see. It's still early days. But I mean,
yeah, but sure, 2 to 1. Come on.
Okay.
Lady Chatterley interests me over here. Now, there's 2 fillies that are lightly raced in One Religion and Lady Chatterley. They've been fair to date, we have to be honest, but they're only having their 4th start, Clyde, and I think both of them will appreciate the step up to a mile. Now, One Religion, her dam won over a mile. She's going to strip fitter. And then Lady Chatterley, her pre-race comments to her comeback run were looking for further. Now she gets the further,
right,
and she's going to strip fitter. So I like the 2 of them as the improvers in the race. Okay. Pink Diamond, she's been carded to run on a few occasions recently. I think the meetings have been abandoned due to weather. And I know her comment in the front of the computer form reads that she will need. But she's got fair enough form. And her latest start was when she was fitted with a tongue tie. So, yeah, Clyde, I'm looking for the less exposed fillies to fight it out here, numbers 6 and 7.
Okay, interesting. Well, Lady Chatterley's 14 to 1, so she's at
14 to 1.
Yeah,
and 2 to 1 United We Stand.
No, 14 to 1 at the moment. Anyway, okay, but yeah, would have some sort of chance. So I guess number 7, Lady Chatterley, not to be left out. But you heard from Darren as well. It's an open race, and the pick six has been worked out. So here we go. We'll put it up for you to dot down. Right, let's get on to a graduation plate now. It's over 1,400 metres. Reminder about your night race meeting, which comes up on the 17th of November. It's a nice vibe out over there. So you can also follow social media for more of that action on X, as well as our WhatsApp telephone number that's on the screen at the moment. And there's a QR code for you if you're betting. You want to open your account, there's the Betway information. You just scan and it takes you straight into opening the account and you're on your way. Right, let's talk about the race. Mr. Marie, I'll start with you. Race number 5 on the card. Let me have a look at the early market where number 3, Red Bomber's favourite at 5 to 2. Second choice, number 1, Unzen, is priced up at 4 to 1. And number 3, Courageous Cat, is 4 to 1. And the 8, Silver Hills, 4 to 1. Now, this was Courageous Cat, if I can just ask about that for a moment. Daryl, talk to you about, was rated quite highly from the yard, wasn't it?
Yeah, he's obviously got his issues, Clyde. I mean, he's been off the course for close to 500 days.
Yeah. I wonder what happened there. Let's find out what went wrong. We'll find out on course.
He's been gelded subsequently.
Right.
Hard to fancy a horse coming off a layoff for so long. I liked Red Bomber's return, Clyde. I thought he was a little bit flat-footed in the straight, so I think he's going to appreciate the longer run-in and the step up to 1400. On form, he's obviously held by Unzen. Now, Unzen's last run is a bit of a concern because he was beaten a long way, but he needs to set the record straight and confirm that that there's no underlying issues. If he's back to his best, which I'm sure he is because he's carded to run, Clyde, I think he's certainly the horse to beat because on the stand-side track, he's at his best, he's most effective of year. Have a look at the ratings. The filly's best in over Silver Hills, but she's earned that rating over Further, and she's coming off a layoff. So Unzen on the stand-side track to fight it out with Red Bomber. I agree with the betting. I think the top two will fight it out.
Yeah, that Joburg Spring Challenge form has worked out very well with Main Defender having won and William Robertson. It's very strong. So Unzen, that's JJ van der Linden. No, he was watching the race with me. He was actually watching this race with me in the parade ring.
Which race?
This Unzen when he ran behind Main Defender and
what did he say?
William Robertson. I thought he was there. I actually thought he was there to watch another horse of De Cox. What was it? I'm going to try and find it now. I'll tell you. Dave the King. He must have thought I was Dilly. So I'm telling him about Dave the King. He's watching his own horse Unzen. He must have thought I'm mad. But thank God it's JJ van der Linden Unzen.
Not in the same race.
Pardon? Last time out. Last time he was watching the race with me. Okay. In the parade ring. Unzen was running to Main Defender. I thought he was there for Mike de Cox. Okay. Dave the King.
Okay.
You got it?
Yes.
Yes. Wake up. Come on. Right. Where are we now? Mr. Burrows. Let's go to Mr. Burrows. What are you talking? What are we doing here?
Well, I like Unzen's chances. I think back on the stand-side track, drawn 3, he can settle into a rhythm and he'll finish his race off strongly. Red Bomber, lovely horse. He'll be right there. And then a horse like Silver Heels, I think she's got a big chance. If not in need of the run, she could run well fresh and run onto them. And don't ignore Courageous Cat. I know it's a long time off the track, but they wouldn't have persevered with the horse if he didn't have a lot of ability. And he won his debut by 8.5 lengths. So I think he's a runner as well.
Okay, so there are quite a few. It's an interesting event, plated race. There's what the boys are suggesting. Have a look and mark it up. Onto this handicap now over 1,400 metres, a race for 3-year-olds at the 104 level over here. There are 10 of them that are going to the gate. And whilst we do this on a Friday, the market's got Zanovi top of the boards for Mike de Kock, favourite 28-10. The second choice comes from the Tony Peters stable. It's a horse called Kayamai, who's the second choice at 9-2. And then you can get 7-1 about number 2, Pure Predator, 8-1 and better about the others. Daryl? Yeah. Over to you, sir.
I'm going against the grain of here, Clyde. I'm actually playing to beat most of the favourites. I'm going for the lightweights of here. Right. And the two that I'm focusing on are numbers 8 and 10. Let's start with number 8, Moolah Man. If you watch his later start, he was overdone in the early stages. You were actually the commentator on that occasion, Clyde, and your words were headstrong in the early stages. So I like the fact that he's coming back in trip. He's only got 52 to shoulder, drawn 1. One would expect him to get the run of the race. So I think he's overpriced. What price is he?
Moolah Man at the moment
14 or 16-1.
Yeah.
Listen, at level weights, you can't fancy these runners, but they've only got 52 to shoulder. And then the other one I like is Eiffel Tower. In his later start, he was exposed on the outside, over racing. I've been waiting for him to come back in trip. I know he's half a kilogram under sufferance, but I'm not reading too much into that. Muzi from a neat draw. Another horse that should get the run of the race with no weight or no mass to shoulder. Yeah, I'm expecting them to be very, very competitive. Would I be shocked to see the more classier horses come to the fore? Not at all. But I'm looking for the value in this race.
Okay, so you found 2 of them, one 7-1, other 14-1. Moolah Man, Eiffel Tower for Daryl Marie. Mr. Burrows, on your end, which ones?
Clyde, tough race for me. You know, you got the top weights like Kaya Mai, who picked up a big penalty in that Group 1 last time out. but Tony Peters stable's firing. Pure Predator's not far off him on form. There's nothing separating them, and Pierce Stratum takes the ride. So Novi was an impressive winner last time out, and he'll be right there. And then Platina Princess got a chance. I actually like a horse called Command Pilot. That is a recent maiden winner. But just the manner in which he finished his race off, I think this horse could be well above average. He's got 53 kilos for the Alec Led stable. And don't ignore Command Pilot in any bets. I think he could have a bright future ahead of him.
Okay, so there's an interesting one. Command Pilot, watch out for that in the near future. And Zanovi, if there aren't any breathing issues, Zanovi, I'm sure, a big runner. But there are a few in here. Have you heard from both gentlemen? There's the recommended play. Welcome back, everybody. Race number 7 is the Summer Pudding. We remember her. This is the Summer Pudding handicap over 1,600 metres as the feature race at Turffontein on Sunday afternoon. And it does attract a decent field too. Top of the boards is Silver Sanctuary, who's priced up at 7-2. Number 9, Say Yes, is the next choice at 11-2. And the 1, Emirate Gina, is priced up at 6-1. The other in single numbers at 8-1, number 4, River Carrares, and the 5, Juliet Tango. Right, Mr. Burrows, I'll begin with you. You'll remember Summer Pudding very well.
Yes, what a smart filly she was. I mean, she was almost unbeaten up until late in her career. Now, let's touch on my outright first choice, Silver Sanctuary. I think she's an 18-10 shot. So when you said 7-2, I think that's way too big in this type of company. I think she's a serious contender for the Triple Tiara in the season to come, because I think she'll stay all day. The stand-side track's going to suit her down to the ground. She's got 52.5 kilos to shoulder. Last time out, left her runner stride too late on the inside track. She was motoring home. And I think in the box seat from a 4 draw, I expect her to win. I made the danger Emirate Gina with top weight. She's got a lot of ability, and her comeback run was a good one behind Feather Boa.
Okay, so Emirate Gina got some sort of chance, but Silver Sanctuary is the right horse and hard to beat from Darren's perspective. Got into a fight last time, Darrell, with House of Romanov. They went hammer and tongs for a while.
Cracking effort, Clyde.
Good effort, yeah.
By now we'll know how Eiffel Tower went in the previous race. He represents the same form line.
Right.
And also in that race was a horse called Jordan, who finished quite far back. He came out and ran a lovely second to Purple
Good run.
Pitcher.
Yeah.
She's on the upgrade now. You can follow this filly. I think her stable companion, Bonete, nice comeback effort, Clyde. She was off the track for a long time. She wasn't disgraced behind Mrs. Browning. I think her second run after her rest was flat. She's better than that. She gets the chance to prove herself now. I think the stable do rate her.
They do rate her.
So,
and that run was a good run.
One thing's for certain, she will improve on her latest efforts.
Yeah.
And then Juliet Tango's put in 2 lovely efforts in her last 2 runs. The latest being against the boys, behind Silent War. Penultimate start behind River Carrares. She was wide in that on the inside track. So she's in good form now, and she's a nice filly. So I do have a preference for Darren's fancy, Silver Sanctuary, but I've got healthy respect for Juliet Tango and Bonete.
Okay. It's interesting there because Tony Peters also got, what's that horse called? Say Yes. I think they priced it up second favourite.
Not for me, yeah.
No, because he'll have some sort of line, won't he, with that horse that Silver Sanctuary beat
House of Romanov.
They'll get some sort of idea.
You know, Clyde, she's got no weight to shoulder. She's got a 1 draw.
Right.
She's in good form. I've just got a preference for a few others.
Well, race 7, we're covering 7, 8, 9. Pick 3 choice coming up as well. You guys can have a look in terms of what our pick 3 selections are. That covers the 7th, 8th and 9th races. There they are up now. You can take them down. Thanks for watching Betways. Waiter to win.